Okay, we will call to order this meeting of the Board of Selectmen, September 26, 2023 at 6 o'clock. Roll call, Dana Bennett. To my right, Richard Matters, Selectman. To my left, Todd Babbitt, Selectman. To his left, Lisa Wood, Recording Secretary. It's time for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Okay, number 3, approval of minutes. A, August 22, 2023, regular meeting minutes. Can I get a motion to approve? You abstain. Do you have the minutes? Richard is abstaining because he was absent.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the August 22nd, 2023 regular meeting minutes.
Okay, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 1 abstention with Richard. B, August 30th, 2023, special meeting minutes. You get a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion to approve the August 30th, 2023 special meeting minutes.
Do you have a second? Here's that one. Oh, Mr. Burr. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
One abstention.
No, with 1 abstention.
Okay.
And C, September 21, 2023, special meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the September 21st, 2023 special meeting minutes. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Correspondence, we have 3 letters there. Anyone have any questions on those? No questions? You're gonna ask me if any other business? Yeah, I think Richard will add something to any other business at the end here. Number 5, old business, discussion and possible action on improving a resolution, adopting the hazard mitigation and climate adaptation plan update 2023 to 2028. I do not have the final copies yet, so we will have to table this till our next meeting. May I get a motion to table this?
I'll make a motion to table adopting a resolution for the hazard mitigation and climate adaptation plan. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. New business, A, discussion of possible action on 24 tax refunds for a total of $3,140.43 as presented by Leona Sharkey, tax collector. You get a motion to approve those.
I'll make a motion to approve 24 tax refunds for a total of $3,140.43 as presented by the Sharkey tax.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, B, discussion and possible action on delegating of hours for the newly hired recording secretary. This is actually not delegating hours, but discussing hourly wages. At this point, she hasn't gone above the $80 that she does per meeting. And the meeting entails her coming to the meetings, listening to the meetings, transcribing the meetings, and any additional things. This would be for any time that she would potentially need to do additional things, like maybe write up an ordinance or write up some kind of a document for public health and safety. So is there any discussion on this?
So it's still an hourly rate, or is it per? How are you proposing to lay this out?
I think we do an hourly rate if she went above 3 hours, because for the $80, she has to, you know,
Up to 3
it's
hours.
at least 3 hours of work. Any thoughts on this?
It's getting just under $27 an hour if we break it down. We're paying her for up to 3 hours.
Do you want to think about this and discuss it next meeting? Do you want to propose an hourly wage for her during she does anything above and beyond her regular meeting minute times? And she hasn't done that at this point.
Has any other recording secretary have?
No,
Mhm.
we don't have any other position like this.
Yeah.
Well, since we haven't had an issue, I think we should table it and discuss it at the next meeting. I'll make a motion to table delegating hours for the newly hired recording secretary.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. All right, C, discussion of possible action on a request from JCDPU to waive town associated building permit fees related to replacement of furnace. And then they later sent an additional email that is in your packet that includes not only the furnace, but the wiring for the furnace.
You know what these would be?
I do not know. Yeah, the other, the third thing is also associated with the chimney work. I'm sorry, that's for the furnace. Any questions or?
In the past, we denied nonprofits from,
Mhm.
from paying the fees.
I'll make a motion to waive the fees for the City Department of Public Utilities for their boiler replacement and associated work.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
The motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. E, discussion of possible action on reappointment of Tammy Dudek as an alternate member of the Recreation Commission for an upcoming term of 10/25/23 to 10/24/24.
You skipped over D.
What did I skip? Oh, sorry, just go back to D, discussion of possible action on department head monthly reports. Any discussion?
The only question I had is the blight. Are we still following up on some of the ones that we were working on? I know that town was labeled in one of them as having some of the blight along the roadway on Sheldon Road. We did some work there to cut brush, which I guess is what we were cited for. But I haven't seen any feedback on if that was acceptable.
Oh, I think that, I don't know that it was in a report that was included in this, but I think that she has sent an email in the last week that says that it looks like it's been cleaned up.
Okay.
Okay. Any other discussion and possible action or discussion on department head monthly reports, questions? Okay. move that on again to discussion of possible action on E, on the reappointment of Tammy Dudek as alternate member of the Recreation Commission for the upcoming term of 10/25/23 to 10/24/24.
I'll make a motion to reappoint Tammy Dudek as an alternate member of the Rec Commission for a term of 10/25/23 through 10/24/24. A second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. F, discussion of possible action on appointment of Miranda Mahoney from an alternate member of the Public Health and Safety Committee to a regular member position to fill a term of 7/1/18 to 6/30/2024.
I'll make a motion to appoint Miranda Mahoney from an alternate member of the Public Health and Safety Committee to a regular member to fill a term of 7/1/18 through 6/30/24. A second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. D, discussion of possible action on safety concern at Veterans Memorial Park Dam. In your packet, you have some information about this. I think that it slowed down a little bit because of the weather, but I think the signage is gone. There must have been signage on the dam and some of the fencing is gone around the dam area. Has Public Works usually done the signs, Todd, or is that all
No,
through D?
that's deep.
Okay,
We repaired the fence in the park. Where they push it down to go in and go fishing. We've repaired that many times, because we haven't been successful with deep repairing it. There's been a lot of changes in upper management and it's hard to get, them to come out and repair that.
have you seen the fence since this letter has come to us?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
Should we send a letter to you regarding this?
Probably be a good idea.
Mhm.
Have it on the record in case somebody gets hurt.
At least we notify them.
okay, any other discussion?
Somebody want to make that a motion to send a letter?
I'll make a motion to send Deep a letter with the concerns. Of the area of the dam at Veterans Memorial Park, so we can have it on the record.
A second.
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. H, executive session, discussion on personnel matters, so you get a motion to go into executive session.
Can we move public forum up so people don't have to wait?
We'll leave that up.
We can,
I'll make a motion to move public forum up before, item 6. H.
okay,
What
we have a
about any
second on
other
that?
business? Any other?
Do we,
business?
just a moment, okay, do we have a second on that?
I'll second
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion
What about-
carries,
what
and then you had something else that you'd like
What
to,
about
do
the
you want to move?
other business?
Yeah, do you want to make a motion for that to go above public forum?
Can we move, any other business that, may probably come before the board to, it'd be 6, then, after 6.
After 6G, after 6G. Any other business? You want to do any other business before public forum?
Before,
Yes.
before public.
Yeah.
forum. So,
So it would be after G. So it would be the new age. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. So now we are on any other business. Do we have a motion to go ahead with your motion?
okay. I'd like to add, a discussion on the letter from the state of Connecticut OPM regarding the outstanding FY 22 audit.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. So go ahead.
I'm just wondering where we're at on this, because it's been, well, the audit was supposed to be done in January. I think, and then you start getting extensions. And we're September,
Mhm.
and where are we on this? So what's,
Do you want to answer, Eric?
Yeah.
or-
The auditors have everything they need now. There's, most of the audit's done. There's a few, Board of Education funds that they're still going through. And I actually had an email string with the auditor today, just on some clarifications. I think they're pretty close to being done.
so we'd be done by middle of October?
By the time they finalize it and we review it, I review it. But I would think definitely by the end of October. It's just, right now their schedule's tight, so they're just trying to fit it in when we can. But I would expect it to be done before the end of October.
Any other questions? Okay. All right, now,
Any other business? Any other?
I don't, is there any other business that may properly come before the board? Anybody else have any other business? Nope, seeing none. Public forums. Before we go into public forum, I just would like to point out that residents and other community stakeholders have valuable information to bring to public meetings. During public forum, residents should state their name and address for the record. They will have 2 minutes for comment. The Board of Selectmen will listen to comments, but will most likely not discuss topics. This is an opportunity for the public to share, but not a time for discussion or debate. Public comment should be regarding the duties of the Board of Selectmen and pertain to current items that the board is discussing and deciding upon. Public comment should be conducted in a civil and orderly manner, being respectful and avoiding the use of names or pejoratives. Any public comment? Mr. View?
Dave View, 59 Leah Avenue. We're getting down to the end of the service period of our Board of Selectmen, and there's a lot of items that are not wrapped up yet. There are the Petrillo property, greater than 200,000 in arrears and taxes. Hasn't moved forward in almost 20 years. We have blighted properties such as the Patchogue Pickers, which once a member of staff decided their original letter was lost somewhere in the basement, that disappeared off of agendas. It just seems like selective enforcement, and we do what we want to do when we want to do it. I know a lot of people's hands are tied, but it seems after almost 20 years, we'd be able to do something with that property and get it back on the tax rolls. And sell it to a profitable business coming in. I mean, EDC is constantly saying there are no properties to sell. That would be one heck of a good property. Thank you.
Thank you. In response to that, we are waiting to get on the court system for a law day for that. So that's where that stands right now. That's where it is. It's with the attorney and it's waiting to get into court.
Okay.
Any other public forum? Mr. Burden.
Ed Burdick, 764 Long Town Road. Before I get into my comment, I don't know if I can do it, because you said it has to be something that's on the agenda.
Not necessarily on the agenda, but something that we are making decisions on within this time period, not necessarily tonight.
Well, this is more in line with something that you're gonna do about the fence, but it's on 138, and I know Todd and you guys are familiar with it. But when that new restaurant gets open, that's on near the Island Packy, or whatever that place is called, we're gonna have another accident there, Todd, because there's no visibility around that curve. You know, 138. So I think you should do a letter. That's not tasking. My public comment is, I think the board is select to consider doing a letter to DOT down in Norwich with some photographs of, you know, cars back up to go to that Packy or that new restaurant or that Oakville Road. And that foliage is there. They can't see, they're coming around their corner 50 miles an hour. They're just gonna slam, gonna hit their brakes. there's gonna be another death there, you know? Over time, I can't tell you when, but I can tell you it's gonna happen. Unless the state figures, or they cut back that foliage, so there's more line of sight. It just grows out to almost the road. I know, Todd, you drive down there, so you're probably aware of what I'm talking about. Some other people might not be, but I live on that road, so I might be over emphasizing it because I see it every day, and I just say, thank God I haven't been in an accident, because I've had to hit it a couple of times. But that's my comment for, it's just a safety concern that I think the town should just put the DOT on notice. I'm not asking the town to do anything or the selectmen. I'm just saying, do about that fence, do the same thing about the dam thing for that part of the road on 138. If someone's gonna get killed there, we lost someone already, you know?
Thank you.
It could be between BMW Drive,
Yeah,
Taylor Hill.
Yeah.
That's how we should reference it, so that
Mhm.
they understand that
Right.
it's coming from Jewett City on that corner.
that's all I have. Thank you.
Any other public forum? Ms. Gothier.
Hi, Jennifer Gothier, 70 Brown Avenue. We tragically lost a Griswold resident, Candy Fortuna, in a car accident in front of Jewett City Pizza on Friday night. Her family has created a GoFundMe page for her memorial service. You don't have to make a decision today, but I was wondering if the town of Griswold would be willing to donate to that fund for her or for her family. She leaves behind 3 kids and several grandkids. And she was a very valuable member of our community. She was a fantastic lady. So just asking for your consideration and whether or not the town has expendable funds, if they would consider even making a small donation.
Thank you. Any other public forum? Any other public forum? Okay. All right, may I get a motion to go into executive session for discussion on a personnel matter?
Going. Executive session. Excuse me. To discuss personal matters.
And to invite in Eric
And
Christensen and personnel is involved.
personnel.
Okay?
And the time?
It's
Give me the
6:23. Do we
You
have-
send me a phone number.
Excuse me,
for the-
we're making a motion right now.
Oh, I'm
Do you-
sorry, I thought
Can
we were
may I
done.
get a second?
Okay.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, motion carries. We're in executive session. You
I'm
have
sorry,
to
I didn't,
talk
I
to
thought
him.
we had already adjourned.
No, you have to talk to him later.
Those both stopped. I'm gonna turn the mic.
I don't need that.
Cameras off.
Try to keep